Welcome back, guys, to Ni no Kuni, the post-game. With 2 more errands left to do, we continue to face off the Rift bosses. And we're here on top of the Tombstone Trail, ready to take on Candelabracadaver and find out what he's named now. Oh, niggas, it's one of them Rift thingies, just what we flippin' need. I'll bet that there is why it's gone all weird round by here. Not really, it's always been an undead trail of normal. This is more normal than it was before, when we came up here the first time. Well, we best bite the bullet and sort it out, innit? The sooner we do, the sooner we can get out of this flippin' place. I'm sure. Examine the black orb. Be careful, Ollie boy. I've got a bad feeling right in my lantern. It'll be fine. Because before we were given a spell deliberately to fight this guy, now we're given an even stronger light spell to face Candelabracadaver. Nice name, sir. All out attack, of course. I've done a little bit of leveling since last episode just to collect my alchemical revs, well, things, let's put it that way, the ingredients. A bit harder to get than you would have thought. Drop shot was magnificent there, Swain. Quite a bit of damage is being racked up there on our Jack Skellington. I'm for you not to cancel my spell because you use an ability, sir. It doesn't do any damage, but it completely blinds everyone, which isn't so good. I guess this is going to be the problem. He casts an ability of his own while Monstar's hitting. We could be, well, pretty much annoyed. Keep attacking, guys. The darkness won't last forever. Honest. Of course, defending doesn't stop us from status attacks like that, so no good. Should at least taunt the boss, Swain, if you're going to use Tinafee. Aha! Now's our chance indeed, right. Well, I would say now's our chance, apart from the fact that we cannot hit him. So stuff like Belly Buster, which really works. We could send Moro out, but of course... Oh, inner strength as well? Don't mind if I do. So an inner strength, attack power boosted Belly Buster. Brilliant. So he's managed to get us on another attack. Keep blinding me all you want, sir. Dodged by removing the person you were trying to hit. Another monster right to your face. You can't catch me. Except for Boo, maybe. I think I managed to press defend in time, but I didn't manage to put it on all-out defense. Well, it did all that much damage, to be honest. Oh, nice hit there, sir, with the drop chop yet again. Snuff out's coming. Not that we can block that, of course, but it always feels a bit more reassuring to put on defend. Oh, he actually missed me for once. Hooray! Get to work, guys. That was a pretty quick monster there. Maybe because I pressed all that attack or something along those lines. Got Boo coming. Ollie's just taking this on the chin, but even though it said nice, we still went flying. Can't escape his next hit. Come on, guys, get to work. The perfect time for a drop shot or something. Wacko Lantern. Ow, big damage across the party and another status effect attack. This guy knows somewhat how to delay the inevitable, that's for sure. Let's get healing, madame. Let's get healing. I say that, there we go. Healthy glow comes at last. Use whatever you can. I'm going to escape all the way over here. Boo's coming. I never managed to defend that in time. Well, one more monster should sort it out. If you guys go all that attack into a drop or something now, oh no, that damage will do. 1 star finish the job. This is in fact where we got 1 star after all. It's now Candelabracadaver and face the full might of that which he protected. More level ups for the party, great. More level 90, hardly any stat gains for someone up that high. Look at the... I hate looking at those stat gains. Hipster levels up, Swain does as well. Jack with his amazing stat gains at that level. And Bow as well. They're about levels where they can actually be properly used. And we do need to get some more defense on people and whatnot. So we're going to go find ourselves an errand today. To complete like we have in the other episodes, of course. So what one should we go for? We got one errand that's always continuous, and that's the Rift Guy one. Right, we have a young boy in Castaway Cove is said to have found a pirate's treasure map, and he's highly near the Alchemist, so I think I'll head that way. We've got the Master Alchemist to give in as well. And we also have a notice being posted on the errand board at every branch of Swift Solutions. Well, if we complete the other ones, we'll be able to get the last stamp reward. So I say we go to Castaway Cove. Oh yes, vacate. Don't mind me. I know what I'm doing, honest. I do need to tap a save point at some point in time because my overall magic pool's been completely devastated. Now we're near Castaway Cove, it's time to quickly visit a certain alchemist guy. Up in a cave on high. I've got all the needed ingredients, so we're all sorted, we're all ready. Let's make this last axe for him. So the ingredients we need, and the ingredients that I've toiled so hard to get with some pretty rare creatures, one of which was in the Tombstone Trail, the Honky Tonker I think its name was, one of the golden variants of the Shonky Honker Fully Evolution. And that was pretty hard to farm up. Well, it's got a very small steal rate, so you get it over time. As you see, I got a starving, but yeah. You get it over time. Takes a while. That's what these ingredients are very, very hard to grind out. And the other one was in the Glittering Grotto. A gigantic bedraggle, the golden dragon that we hated before. It didn't really do much for us when he was in the party. Drops the relative item, which was of course the Collider Stone. So, Mr. Sir, let us make what you desire us to. Mix and match. Now what was the weapon again? It was a demon's axe. Can't put equipped items in the cauldron. Not so good. Let's take it away then. Now who's got that on? It's you, sir. Well, we'll just remove that a second. We'll give you back a better axe. Promise, promise, promise. Right, so the demon's axe. One of those. 5 Collider Stones, which should be at the bottom of my list here. Because they were the last ones I finally managed to pick up. We of course got 2 from the Fairy Quest. And 5 Scrolls of Truth, which I have 6 of them. And that should be everything we need. To make ourselves a War God's Axe. Let's see how much better that was. Equip it you, sir. Do you like your new axe? It's pretty spanky, isn't it? War God's Axe, 120 and minus 58 in accuracy. His accuracy is actually building up quite nicely now with his leveling. I'd like to see what it is when we reach maximum level. I did it! I made a War God's Axe! Ha! Wonderful! I really didn't think you had it in you, boy! Well, it wasn't easy, but I sure learned a lot along the way. Ha! Of course you did! Keep this up, and you'll be a great wizard one day, mark my words! Now I want you to have this, consider it a reward for all your alchemical endeavours. 2 clumps of troll tears, 2 glowstones, and 5,000 guilders. Of course, stamps are what we're after. You receive 7 merit stamps. I'll also give you some new and exciting formulae to try out. Keep up the good work, and someday you may justly be able to call yourselves the world's 2nd greatest alchemist. How rude, sir. What kind of new formulae did you give me, though? Probably quite a few of them, I imagine. If he's the greatest. Right, the War God's Axe one, of course, we got from making it. We've got the War God's Armor. Suit of brilliant armor needed and eat 5 scrolls of truth yet again. My goodness, but it does up the attack. War God's shield, which does up attack as well. Deflects damage back onto the attacker. Sounds pretty good as well. But again, 5 Collider Stones, 5 scrolls of truth. It would take you ages to farm this stuff. 5 scrolls of truth there as well. And the Blessed Helm deflects damage back on the attacker. Other War God stuff? No, that's all we learned. But that would take ages to farm. Trust me. So yes, a bit of an undertaking if you want to get all the best armors in this game and the best weapons. But if you raise your familiars correctly and max out their levels as much as possible, you'll generally have everything you need without the armors and weapons on top of it. That's for the true completionists. So let's get into Castaway Cove and see what kind of errand we can get. Now where is this boy with the pirate map? Not far away, not far away! So kid, what have you got on you? Ah, you again! You've decided to join my crew perhaps? Oh, it's you! Not just yet. No, how unfortunate! Especially so considering my latest find. What's that then? It's not treasure, is it? Haha, it is better than treasure! It is a genuine treasure map! I happened to come across it while rearranging the governor's storeroom. When I showed it to him, he appeared certain that it was once the property of the legendary Castaway Corsairs. Wow, are you sure it's real? Most assuredly, and look, 7 places have been marked upon it. They must be the locations of hidden treasure. Do you not think so? I sure do. This is so neat. Real life treasure map. Ha! I was sure you would be interested. Suitable find for the future Pirate King of Justice, I think. Alas, Mother will not allow me to go and look for these treasures. It is dangerous, she claims. Of course it is, man. There's flipping loads of monsters out there. There's no way a midget like you would last 5 minutes. Of course, being the High Lord of the Fairies, I'd be fine like. Truly? You will investigate the locations marked on this map for me? Then please do so, I beg of you. Treasures must be found, I'm sure. Aha! I felt sure you would agree. Now I'm sure you wish to commence your search right away, but this map is not without its problems. It's extremely old, you see, and it is torn in several places, therefore the exact locations of the treasures are not quite visible. But since 7 locations have been marked, it can be assumed that there are 7 separate treasures, I think. Looks like it, man. I suppose we'll just have to search for them, innit? Well, the legend of the Castaway Corsairs is very famous, I think. Everyone in this town knows about it, most certainly. Perhaps you should ask local people if they have advice about where to commence your search. Okay, that sounds like a great idea. Gee, isn't this exciting, Mr. Drippy? Isn't this exciting indeed? Well, everyone's showing up on the map now. So you guys know some stuff? Anything that you find, we shall split equally between us. The Pirate King of Justice does not tolerate selfishness. You didn't have a clue yourself. What about you, madame? Hi there. Do you know anything about the Castaway Corsairs? Yes, of course. Mother tells me one of their tales every night before I go to sleep. Last night, she told me about when they went to an island that was far, far away and found treasure there. Neat. Do you maybe remember the name of the island? It was the Island of Mine. No, that was not it. It was the Island of Not Mine. No, that is not right. No Island of Mine, perhaps? No Island of Mine, you say? Hold on, that name rings a bell. Okay, no longer Mine Island. Which I assume is somewhere near Hamlin, considering that's where all the mines are. Excuse me, ma'am. Would you be able to tell us anything about the Castaway Corsairs? Anything at all? Ah, it is the treasures they found that you wish to hear about, perhaps. Well, many people know of the Shipwreck Shore, and the reason for its ominous name. And not so many people know that the Castaway Corsairs once ran aground there themselves. Or so the legend goes. Thanks, ma'am. Go take a look. What exactly are we looking for? That's the real question. Excuse me, sir. Do you know anything about the Castaway Corsairs? We're interested in learning as much about them as we can. Ho ho! I'm sure I know what you're interested in, young man. Treasure! Ha ha ha! Very well, the continent of Autumnia is divided by a mountain range, and the foothills of which is a steep incline known as Billy Goat's Bluff. It is said that the Castaway Corsairs left the safety of their ship and scaled these hills in search of treasure. Perhaps they rather fancy themselves as part-time mountain bandits, haha! Maybe they did, maybe they did. Is there someone further along on the dock? There is indeed. It's you, madame. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you know anything about the Castaway Corsairs? We heard there were all sorts of tales about them. Ah, yes. These are old tales indeed. I recall one of them about finding treasure on an island covered in birds. Now, what might it have been called? Swan Island? Ugly Duckling Isle? One of those, I'm sure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At least we know where that one is. Right, some other people along the way, one of which is in a boat. We head up and over the bridge. We'll be able to get to them. All the clues. We want all the clues. And all the cake. Give us cake. Because I remember that one spawns a cake every time. Okay, it's you, sir. Excuse me, sir. Do you know anything about the gang of pirates who used to live in this town? Ah, you mean the Castaway Corsairs, I think. As a child, nothing would excite me more than hearing tales of their adventures. My favourite was always the one in which they went to Bunglers Bay, west of here. Their captain nearly met his end there, I believe. Okay, Bunglers Bay. Excuse me, have you heard about the Castaway Corsairs? Most naturally, there is no one in this town who is not, I'm sure. The tales of their adventures have been popular bedtime stories for generations. Wow, really? Would you mind telling us one? Well, there was the one about when they headed northwest in search of a treasure located on a tiny and intensely cold island. The location with a climate quite different to their native Castaway Cove. They say it was gripped by an eternal winter. I even heard versions of the tale that mention something called snow. Snow. Soft white substance that falls from the skies. Snow, my dear, snow. One along this way as well. We'll take any guilders you have, though we are fairly rich right now. Excuse me, we were wondering if you could tell us anything about the Castaway Corsairs. Me? Ah, surely I am no expert. I do recall the tale of how they found treasure in the bar? Something? It was somewhere coastal. I seem to remember the story saying that they returned in moods most foul, even though they had succeeded in finding the treasure they sought. Strange. Strange that the bar. Okay. Let's claim ourselves some bounties in the meantime and get ourselves some new equipment. Set off on the hunt proper. Losing your wick for Diva's mantle. Now let's be on my way. With the power of editing, let us find these locations. I'll see you there. And so we come to No Longer Mine Isle. As you can see from the map, no longer mine. One of the locations mentioned in the Castaway Corsairs tales. Excuse me, guy, I don't want to deal with you, because the one thing that's interesting on this isle that stands out is this rock over here. What's this stone over here then? Some kind of writing on it too. Now what does this say? Can we finally translate something that's written on one of these stones? Treasure in No Longer Mine. It's quite rare for the captain to find the treasure we're looking for as soon as we land. That's what happened this time. His face was a real picture. I've never seen him look so proud of himself. I was happy that he found the treasure and all, but he didn't have to look quite so smug about it. Castaway Corsair, and we get ourselves some Nazcan, which is the numeral for 2 and U or V. So I'm assuming that might have something to note down, so I'm going to note that down straight away. This must be one of the places marked on the treasure map, huh? Yeah, it looks that way. You know, I can just imagine that old captain grinning like a Cheshire cat. I'm sure you can, as this hullabaloo chases me around. Can't call Tengri. It's going to get into battle, that's for sure, but I'll see you at the next location. So now we know it's the stones we're looking for. This becomes incredibly easy to track down just with the small clues we've been given, like Shipwreck Shore. So we'll check out the one that's here. What's this stone over here then? Some kind of writing on it too. Now what does this say? Scavenging on the Shipwreck Shore. The tides have washed all sorts of things onto the Shipwreck Shore beach. Just as we landed, in fact, we saw that a wrecked pirate ship had been lifted onto the sand. On closer inspection, it turned out to have been full to the gunwales with treasure. These are the days about which every pirate dreams. The Castaway Corsair and some more Nazcans. So what does this say? Free and... So we got a number for everything, so that's interesting. Free and B. Okay, free B. So we got 2 U or V and free B. This must be one of the places marked on the treasure map, huh? Yeah, I reckon, but never mind that, Ollie boy. Look around. The shipwrecks are plenty around by here. Let's go and see if there's any leftover treasure to be had. I doubt it very muchly, sir. We'll move on to the next location and get further into what on earth this Nazcan means, hopefully. After a little more searching, we find the next stone on Bunglers Bay. Let's find out what this one says. What's this stone over here then? Some kind of writing on it too. Now what does this say? Drippy, you repetitive guy. The bounty of Bunglers Bay. No sooner had we uncovered a buried treasure chest and the captain lost his balance on deck and fell into the sea, taking the chest and its contents with him. We managed to haul the captain aboard uninjured, but the chest sank to the bottom of the sea. I think he is the one always telling us to watch our step. Castaway Corsair, okay, some more Nazcan. First one's a number still, so 7. And the second one's a number as well, so 3. Okay, 73. This must be one of the places marked on the treasure map. Yes, it is. It looks like it. Crikey, I thought the captain was a goner there, man. We look like we're listening to stories. Well, onwards to the next one with 73. Where there's snot to be found, we find ourselves yet another stone. Covered in snot, in fact. What's this stone over by here then? Some kind of repetitive drippy? Now what does this say? Tiny Tim's treasure. We managed to get our mitts on the treasure, but we suffered for it. Most of the crew was still wearing their swimwear from Castaway Cove and caught awful colds. It's a miracle no one froze to death. We probably only survived because we wrapped ourselves in our beach towels. If we ever come here again, we're wearing the biggest woolen clothes we can find. A Castaway Corsair, what does this say? Alright, number 1. And where's this one? It's a K, okay. Number 1 and K. So it seems that we have a numeric order here. There's 7 things to find, and so far we found numbers 1 and 7. So we can kind of expect there to be an order going on. So at the moment we've got 1K, 2 is U or V, 3 is B, and 7 which is free for some weird reason. This must be one of the places marked on the treasure map, huh? Yeah, it must be, honestly. What kind of idiot takes the high seas in nothing but swim trunks, I ask you? I don't know indeed, but let's find the next stone. Find out what this really is. We find the next stone in the bar, or otherwise known as the Barrens. Let's find out what this one says. What's this stone over by here then? Okay, Trippy, whatever. What does it say? Treasure in the Barrens. Finding this treasure was no mean feat, I assure you. No matter where we looked or where we dug, we could find no trace of the blasted thing. Only after we had reduced the entire coastline to an unsightly collection of holes and hillocks did we finally find a little chest. With a single gold coin inside it. 1 coin! To say that the captain was furious would be an understatement. Castaway Corsair, what's this one? We got 5 and... let's find that one on the list. I completely missed it. An A. It's right first slap bang on the list. Right, an A. 5A. This must be one of the places marked on the treasure map, huh? Sounds about right. 1 gold coin, eh? I'd be flipping gutted. You don't know how many times I have been. Right, onwards to number 6. Or at least the 6th stone. So we find our 6th stone at the Swan Island. Let's see what it says. Number 6. What's this stone over by here then? Yes, Drippy. A discovery on Swan Island. Not only does Swan Island look like a bird, it's actually covered in the things, all living happily alongside one another. He didn't like it when the captain started digging for treasure though. Huge flocks of them started pecking at him all at once. They probably thought he was after their eggs. I'll never forget the captain trudging back to the ship, muttering about blasted birds and roasting them all. Castaway Corsair, we've got ourselves some more Nazcan, of course. The number 4 and letter L, which if I bring up my handy, I've been recording things down, if we put everything in numeric order, so far we get Kubla 3. So I'm guessing, if I had to be a betting man, that the last letter might be an I. Might be an I. This would be one of the places marked on the treasure map, probably, yeah. I quite like this captain's style, I gotta say. Pretty sure you do. Well, let's find ourselves our last stone. And finally, at the Billy Goat's Bluff, near Perdita, of course, near the Miasma Marshes. Find the last stone, What's this stone over here then? Yes, Derby, the booty of Billy Goat's Bluff. Climbing the hills from the bay where we landed was a long, hard slog, but at least the treasure was where it was supposed to be for once. I just can't wait to get back to sea. I start to feel sick if I spend too long on dry land. The captain seems to be faring even worse. I've caught him rocking from side to side and muttering, the sea, more than once now. If we don't get back to the boat soon, I fear we'll have to carry him. Castaway Corsair, and what is the last letter? Of course, the number 6, so everything works in that order, I'm pretty sure. And an I or J, so yes, it all works in my estimation. Kabli 3 is what we've got here, so something involving Kabli. This would be one of the places marked on the treasure map, huh? Ain't it though? I'm a bit surprised that these pirate types would come this far and land in such a treasure mine. Right, we've checked out all the locations of these stones, apart from one I found on the way, next to a rift beast. So I'll find out what that does soon enough. Back to Castaway Cove, I say. We know what it says, but I'm not sure where the free relates to Kublai. Or Kubla, as he's supposed to be. We found out all the information, but I'm not really sure it's the treasure that the kid was after in the first place, to be honest. Well, did you find the pirate treasure? Sorry, we didn't find any treasure. It seems the Castaway Corsairs already took it all. You see, your map doesn't show the places where the Castaway Corsairs hid their treasure. It shows where they first found it all those years ago. Yeah, there's a big stone monument in all the places marked on the map, see? And each one tells the story of the treasure they found there. Can it be? I've been so looking forward to uncovering the pirate treasure. That's not all though. There's some other strange writing on the monuments as well. Yeah, 2 Nazca letters on each one, innit? Really? There's some kind of clue, I'm sure. If the letters are put together in the right order, perhaps they reveal the location of the entire treasure hoard. Yeah, the location of the entire treasure hoard. It's revealing a person's name. Crikey, that's clever. Well, we wrote down all the Nazca we saw, so... What? Please, show me. Allow me to read what it says. You mean I wouldn't have had to translate? So the writing on the monument says, okay, no, we know what that says. We know what it says in order and everything. And you even put it in order yourself. No, you didn't. You got it in mixed up order, okay. Flippin' heck, I can't make head nor tail of that, man. Well, I guess we just have to decode it all. Please, let me know when you've done so. I shall wait for you here. Done it. Have you done it? Have you decoded the writing on the monuments? It wasn't that much of an issue, considering I just naturally arranged it in order anyway. Hopefully they'll take capitals. I really don't know what the free's for. Kublai Khan III? Aha! Kublai Khan III. Kubla? Is he known to you? Sure he is. You must have heard of Kubla, king of the sky pirates, right? Wonder if they're related. I bet my bottom guild on it, Ollie boy. Cough, getting proper interesting this is. I reckon we should pay old Kublai a visit. See what he makes of it. Maybe we will, maybe we will. Transport straight away to the Iron Wyvern. So, Kupla, where are you and what is going on here? Where are you is the first question. Hello, sir. Hoy there, lad. How go the preparations for the final battle? They're fine. There's, something I wanted to ask you, Captain Kupla. Well, spit it out then. You'll get nothing playing coy with me. Did you ever hear of somebody called Kublai Khan III? Grr, how did you come to hear of that name? So you have heard of him? Hi, of course I've heard of him. He was father of my father's father. What business do you have with the old dog? The boy gave us a pirate treasure map in Castaway Cove. When we followed it, we found all these monuments and letters carved on them spelled out Kublai Free or Kubla Free. Gotta say that right. Is that so? Makes sense, I suppose. Legend has it the third to bear the name of Kublai Khan was captain of a band of bloodthirsty pirate scoundrels. His name was known and feared in his day, but that was many an age ago now. Wow, so he was a real-life pirate legend, huh? More than that, a hero. Tales tell that no matter how much he plundered, he could spend it all in an instant. That doesn't sound very heroic. Sounds flippin' idiotic if you ask me. Ha 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 ha! You might be right there. Legends also speak of a treasure that was worth more to him than any other. They do? Gee, do you think it could really have existed? Hi lad, I know little of it, but they say he carried it with him to his dying day. Crikey, must have been one tidy treasure for a legendary pirate not to want to let it go. They say it was finally hidden away in the depths of a forest on an island somewhere. An island so inhospitable, no ship could reach it. Flip man, gotta find it. Come on Ollie boy, it's treasure hunting time. Neato, I sure hope we can find it. We already have. If you do, you best set aside my share of the spoils. I'll have your thieving guts for garters. Okay, sir. That's a very friendly kind of spirit you're engaging me with. Well, that's going to be all for this episode. We're going to find the legendary treasure next time. And also, there's a rift boss there, if I know the location right. So join me for that next time on Ni no Kuni the Post Game. Bye-bye.